We are live.
Yay!
Now let's see if this. Fuck this link and all that it stands for. Okay, thank you.
You have more trouble with that link than you do anything else.
I have more trouble with that link than I do the audio equipment that runs this podcast. Because like at least I can buy my way to decent audio equipment, but the link I can't purchase a new link. It's like,
Yeah, I got what you're getting at there.
I'll be right back, and then we'll get started.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So, how is everybody?
pretty good. A bit riled up from that rant earlier. That's just,
Yeah, I noticed. I kind of popped in. I'm like, whoa! I just walked right into like.
that he tried to railroad me on. I'm like,
it's funny when people try to do that.
it was when he brought up, okay, like, what if someone goes in and watches anime porn with 12-year-olds, and I'm like, so he does that. See, that makes sense to me, because I don't care what other people do. It's not my business, and I don't make it my business to down on other people, shit on other people for the entertainment media they choose to consume. Now, certain people make it their business. I'm not one of those people.
Right. Again, it sounded like it was kind of a trap. Like, kind of a...
wasn't falling for it.
Well, that's what I mean. It sounded like it was trying to put you in that thing where they try to trap you.
It's trying to back me into a corner. And
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to be backed into a corner because I know I'm right. I know I'm right. That's why I use my real name. If I had any doubt in my mind on my stance on this stuff, I wouldn't have gone. I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
I know I'm right. You can't convince me that I'm wrong on this, because every argument against it is, yeah, I just don't like the stuff, and I think people who do like it should be persecuted. That doesn't work. That doesn't work in my mind.
So,
What's to these people is because they're not, they wouldn't be in the persecuted class if that was the case. If that was that was the real big thing. If they had their way, they wouldn't be in the persecuted class. So that fine, cool in the gang. You don't like the stuff, that's fine. But don't tell me that anyone who likes this stuff is bad predicated on them liking the stuff. It's non sequitur.
yeah, I was going to say. So how about that Turkish coup?
I barely know a thing about it, and I have no perspective on it.
I was just trying to lighten the mood a little bit. Speaking of which, Neon and Preet are arguing about that.
That's fine. They can argue about that. I'm all set. I got shit to do. I just don't have time. Don't have time to. This shit's happening so often. We don't have time to get involved in all this politics shit. There's no time.
We do, on the other hand, have time to talk about anime smut.
Yep. I got time for that.
Where the hell is VZ?
Should be back shortly. People out here trying to play me like I'm Game Gear with no batteries.
Ouch.
What else are you doing bringing up that particular line of reasoning?
Pretty much. It just
Either
seems.
try to play me, or you're just stupid.
Well, given that excuse me. Given the kind of behavior they engage in just when they're out and about in their regular life, I'm gonna assume they're definitely just trying to set you up.
And not gonna work, because I'm right.
Wah, wah, wah. Snopes is really damaging its credibility. It had credibility.
That all stemmed from this whole notion that the whole Moy fans need to laugh at themselves notion.
Yeah.
But then I was like, yeah, okay, people told me to laugh at myself. Then I started doing that. Then I looked around, and nobody was laughing at themselves. Everyone was still laughing at me. So I said,
Okay.
I'm just going to take myself super seriously, and
Grr.
we're not going to do this laughing at ourselves thing anymore, because that's not getting us anywhere. And the only thing that's going to get us anywhere is coming out with some fire, kicking some people in the teeth. You ready to start?
Hmm?
We ready to start?
I am.
Okay.
Hmm.
So good. The link is put out. In. Let me get the. Give me 1 second.
We're gonna do your story first. Your con story.
You got to be more specific than your.
You, K-Gods.
Okay.
No. Well, yeah, but I saw Anubis walk, so.
Okay. Well, we're still using the format we do.
Oh, of course. That no. You notice we went when you weren't here. We were going over how we would do this. So.
Oh, okay.
We do the usual.
Either way.
All right. I am going to talk about what I've been watching for the new season, but I won't take that long.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
You know.
Goddamn dogs are barking.
I hear slightly. Okay. Ready when you are.
Hang on. I think the phone's ringing. It is. God damn it.
Well, I can't hear it.
Well, I know, but the thing is it might end up being for me, which then there has to be this thing where I have to take it and. All right, I think it stopped.
All right. In 3, 2, 1.
All units echo to an actual, be advised. Initial thermal scans show content that may not be suitable for those who are easily offended or under the age of 18. Break. We're seeing coarse language, dark humor, and discussion of adult otaku media ahead. Listener discretion is strongly advised before proceeding. Neko 2-1 out.
Emergency! Emergency! The massive battleship NTR Radio is approaching fast. Your mission begins now. Welcome to NTR Radio. I'm Tom Forster Anubis.
K-Gods?
And I'm VZ Mark II. Hashtag Idle Lives Matter.
It's been a little while now.
Yeah, and we can actually say that because it actually has been a little while.
Yep. If you can hear dogs barking, there's absolutely nothing I can do about it right now.
And it's not for any reason that usually when sometimes there's a show a week after schedule.
No. This actually is purely based so we could recover from con season.
Yo.
Yeah, and I probably sound like I have a cold, because I do. Couple interesting things to note. excuse me, is that I had an incident the other day. Think of this as the story before the story, as they say.
Mm.
Well, before you do the story before the story, I'm going to tell people how to get in the IRC. So here's what you do. Go to sheslostcontrol.net/podcast. In the upper right hand, you'll see the chat link. Click on that, give yourself a nickname, hit the start button, and join us in the IRC channel. Alternatively, you can take your favorite IRC channel, point it at irc.ryzen.net. We are in the # SLC Media channel. And as always, you can get at us on Twitter at VZMK2 at TEAnubis. And as always, the email address is @gmail.com. Take it away, K-Gods.
Sure. All right. So I've been having some power outages and cable going out here the last couple days because they've been working on it. I think they're laying fiber in the area.
Champ.
Yeah, I'm cool with that, to say the least. But anyway, I went and got something to eat. So I went in, I ate, and before I left, I had one of those moments where your stomach just kind of goes. I think you know what I mean.
No.
What?
Yeah.
So I make a beeline straight to the bathroom. So I'm in there doing my business, and about midway through, the power goes out.
Oh.
While I'm in the bathroom. Like the entire town is completely down.
Was this before or after AX?
This was actually just a couple days ago.
Okay, so after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there. It is completely pure, just pitch black. You can't see anything.
Oh.
While I'm sitting there, and of course, I'm sitting there like, oh, great, I'm going to amuse myself now. No, not like that. Someone's already trying to make probably bad jokes about that, but no. So I go, chocolate rain. It's worse than that because I wasn't alone. I thought I was not. There was someone in the stall next to me, and they just lost their shit when I did that. And I found that whole scenario pretty amusing. Granted, it wasn't as amusing coming back when none of the traffic lights worked.
Naturally.
Beyond that, obviously I went to AX, and you went to Connecticon.
Yeah.
And I went nowhere.
Wah, wah, wah. And I also, like normally when I travel outside of my state, I caught a cold. Good times. I actually am going to talk about my loot in the first segment here because, well, there's not a whole lot to talk about, but...
Yeah, I'm always curious about what you guys get. The stuff.
Yeah, sure. You want to talk about what you watched first, or no?
I'll do that real fast. It's sure. All right. New season started. I'm only watching 5 things, although there's another show I want to try out that I was reading the description for. I forgot the name, that Regalia thing or whatever. No, because it was one that A&N was like ripping into, so I'm like, okay, I gotta see this.
So every other show.
It was like, well, because it had Loli, Yuri, and Mecha.
Okay, somebody needs to seriously fast track that onto my computer.
Wait, I'll real fast. Let me find the name. Okay.
I got it. It's Regalia, the 3 Sacred Stars.
That's it.
Okay. Definitely gonna have to look into that.
All right. Okay. So, the no surprise, Love Life Sunshine.
Naturally.
I'm enjoying it. I really want more of the girl that I really like, though. She hasn't shined enough.
Right.
The Chuni one. But other than that, I'm really enjoying it. It's a lot. It's almost like point by point doing the same exact things as like the original series, even though it's kind of like you could see the show and not necessarily be familiar, but it is a little bit more if you know. You get a little bit more if you know about the original show because it constantly references back to the original show. It's like because the main girl is a fan of like the original.
I gotcha.
Yeah, but I will say that the CG dancing, because that's just part of Love Live, is improved significantly over the original series.
That's good.
Like it's still obvious, but it's not as painfully obvious as the original.
I gotcha.
So I'm glad for that. Okay, my other favorite show this season is Amama to Inazuma, which is Sweetness and Lightning. It's a food-based show.
I was gonna say I'm thinking food or alcohol.
It's the one about the father whose wife just died 6 months ago, and he has to like take care of his young daughter in kindergarten.
This totally could be a hentai plot, by the way.
It reminds me of Papa Kiki in Usagi Drop.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that. But some people are afraid that this is good. But some people are totally like scared that this will have the same ending as
Usagi Drop.
Yeah, Usagi Drop. That's what I was trying to.
I
don't think it'll go like that. I don't think
talks about with that show.
I don't think it'll go with that, but and so he's not very good at cooking, but he meets this because he's a math teacher, and he meets one of his students in her restaurant, and so they're basically like learning together how to cook for the daughter.
1 + 1 = no.
Yeah.
You said he was a math teacher.
Yeah. All right. So the new game by Doga Kobo, which I told Anubis earlier, it's very average. It's not really Doga Kobo's best output, but it's watchable. I think it's just very average.
About that word, VZ. It's watchable.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. It's watchable. As in, like, your eyes won't melt out of your head like in Indiana Jones.
It is indeed moving visual media.
And what I mean by watchable is it's not like you want to like turn it off or anything. It's
or gouge your own eyes out.
You're watching it, but you realize it's just average. The other one. All right. So the other one is I'm not pronouncing the Japanese title.
Is it a long ass name?
Yeah, but it's
somewhere Anubis is sharpening a dagger.
It's translates as the art club has a problem. And that one is done by Studio Feel.
Ooh, I bet that is actually kind of cool.
It's actually pretty decently funny. It's not. It's a little bit on the average side, but I'm actually liking it more than New Game. The main guy is great. He's hilarious. I actually like the main guy more than the main girl, and the reason is he's totally a 2D fan.
Oh, okay.
He's basically okay because obviously it's an art club, and his whole thing is that he just wants to draw like the perfect waifu for himself.
And since it's Studio Feel, it's probably got a lot of cute girls and stuff.
Yeah, and the main girl's like annoyed that he's only into 2D stuff.
One of those clearly I like you but you don't notice type stupid things.
Yeah.
It's a show that I think I actually missed this show when it aired. It's called Kiss Him Not Me, where it's a fujoshi, but it's also reverse harem. So
okay.
She has all these dudes who like her, but she's a fujoshi, so she would rather all of them be gay.
Mm.
Yeah, and probably is having questionable flights of fancy there.
Exactly.
Okay, so the 5th show that I'm watching is actually one of the surprises of the season. It's totally ridiculously stupid. I'm not gonna apologize. It is stupid, but I'm enjoying it for it being so stupid. And anyway, it's called Masugakuen HXH or Hybrid Heart.
Okay.
It's a battle harem in the vein of like Infinite Stratos. And the main guy, he goes to this.
Take a blood pressure pill, Anubis.
He goes to like it's like a school, because as the title says, like Magic High School, and the whole gimmick of the show is he has to get the girls aroused in order for them to activate their like powers.
This sounds like a
And
bad...
they're like Mecha Musume girls, basically.
Of course they are.
So of course that was like the one that A&N totally, utterly hated.
Yeah, I imagine so.
I recommend that you at least try it out. Do not watch, if you're gonna download, like, don't watch like the Horrible Subs or Crunchyroll, which is where Horrible Subs gets it. Don't watch that version. Download the uncensored. You have to watch that show uncensored. The ATX broadcast.
Oh yeah, it's like
the subs taken from.
Well, yeah, who wants to watch a show of that nature censored?
Some shows it's not as like when I was telling you about Valkyrie Drive, where that show is utterly crippled in its censorship. There's no way you can't watch it censored because the fan service is so integral to watching it. It's that's kind of like this too.
What I'm saying is, given the choice, why ever go with the censored version?
Sometimes
ever owning the censored version of Yusugo no Sora.
Well, sometimes as the show is, sometimes as the show is airing, you don't get the option of the uncensored version. But because there is the uncensored version out there, which is the ATX broadcast, that's the way to watch this.
Okay.
So I at least recommend to try that one out. It's kind of for you too, for both of you.
All right.
I mean, it's totally like generic in the sense like okay, this thing looks exactly like this thing looks like that thing. It's definitely like a hodgepodge of things. I'm not gonna defend that, but I'm just enjoying like the ridiculous nature of like him having to fondle the girls, and then there's like and it's totally like video game level, like
like power up.
Exactly. Yeah.
Jeez.
And it's like, and now I have the armor. What's this power I'm feeling?
Okay. All right. I guess I'll drop my treasures acquired goods.
Now you're going back to town. Like, instead of selling all your treasures, you're just talking about them on a podcast.
Yes. All right. I didn't get a whole lot for a couple of reasons. One, and one of which you will understand because I'm actually going to explain in the second part of the podcast.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah.
I hope it isn't because you lost your money.
Oh no. No, you're gonna. I think you guys are, and those out there, and
as if your actual circumstance is somehow worse, and that scares me.
If you guys are gonna, enjoy might not be the right word. But there were issues this time around, and they were worse than any other con I've ever encountered. Now, again, I'm not trying to pick on AX. As you will see, a lot of these were purely circumstantial.
Right.
Anyhow, the stuff I got. All right. I'm trying to remember in the order I did, so I don't forget anything. I picked up. I went to Manga Gamer, and I picked up Erage. Asian games make sexy games.
Oh, is that the one, the hentai that we like?
Yes.
But that's the game for it.
The hentai that we like.
Yeah. I just realized that he said that.
Another Lady Innocent.
Yeah, but no, I know what he means, and yeah, I it's the game, and I picked it up. I got more to say about it a little later. It was one of those things where I want this.
You could get the lowly one pregnant, except it's not a lowly. She's like 31 or something.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I think the anime still has another episode or two left in it.
I hope they do. I've been enjoying those.
Those are really fun. But I did that, and the person who was selling the stuff at the time was really cool. They even gave us these little tickets that actually let us meet the character designer.
Nice.
Because she was there.
Cool. And it's a she. See?
Yeah.
Holy perverted men draw these things.
You think that's bad? She designed Euphoria.
What do you do for a living? I draw doo-doo.
Personally thank this woman one of these days, because
how
many people leave when I put on the first Euphoria clip that's not the electrocution?
No matter how many times I see that, that's still pretty wince-inducing.
What do you draw for a living? I draw doo-doo.
But if you want, I'm not gonna focus too much on there because there's stories about this.
Okay.
Just trust me, it was awesome. Beyond that, all right, I picked up. I hit the Sentai film booth, or Sentai Film Works or whatever, and I picked up Akame ga Kill on Blu-ray. Of course, that was going to happen.
Both sets.
I did the first set one day, and then the next day I picked up the other one. I was just kind of trying to more conserve my money.
Blu-ray.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Okay, so that's good.
Yes.
It's always good to get the show that you really like.
Yeah, and as everybody knows, I am relatively a big fan of it, as you will see a little later. Some other cool things I picked up. I ended up hitting the Faku booth.
Naturally.
And I picked up Peachy Butt Girls from Boshi. And TTK from Ishike.
Also a good call.
Again, I was trying to keep my money kind of a little more conservative with it because I didn't have as much as I did last time.
You're not like me, and the first thing you do at the dealer room is go to the Faku booth and drop $120.
Oh, when you see what Anubis got, because I saw earlier, what you see, you're gonna be like, wow.
I went in the dealer room this year.
Okay, that's cool.
Did you get anything Gundam related?
Yes.
No, I'm telling K-God, asking K-Gods.
I love how he interrupted you. Yes. No, and I'll explain why. Again, I picked up those, and I also picked up the Boshi Faces shirt because there's no way I can resist getting that.
It's comfy too.
Well, not only that, but it's something you can wear, and no one's going to be the wiser.
Did they? Oh, at the Sentai booth, did they have? I'm sorry to interrupt. At the Sentai booth, did they have the Hestia shirt?
Which one?
The one that looks like.
That you're wearing. Wearing your outfit. They didn't, but another place did.
All right, you know what? Because if I saw that, I think I would have to get that just for like the
lulz.
Yeah, just like
they weren't selling it, but someone else definitely was. Because I remember seeing it.
I got boobies now.
But no, I got the Boshi shirt, the Faces shirt, and again, the reason I got that is because anybody who's in the know will get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
But anybody who isn't will just not understand it. They won't understand what they're looking at.
It's like the hentai shirt with the chicken with the tie on.
Like if you don't know, it's just going to be kind of weird.
You don't know, it's just a cute shirt with a chicken on it. But if you know.
Yeah. It's very much like, as they say now, kind of almost like the dog whistle kind of hey.
Or even more long tail, the sweater with the service committee on the back.
Yeah, no shit.
Unless you know that book really well, that particular book, nobody's gonna ever get it.
Oh, you know what? I just thought of a great idea for a T-shirt. Like the whole checklist mentality.
Yeah.
Put it together. It should just be like whatever fetish or thing, and then with a little box.
Magane.
Dog.
Yeah.
Leave all the boxes blank, and then you can just like check it with a Sharpie or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Checklist, and that will be an NTR Radio exclusive T-shirt.
Yeah.
Bye. Anyway, okay. I stopped at this one place. I wish I knew the name of it. It was just one of those ones kind of on the corner that I didn't see the name of it. And they were selling Dakimakura.
Chap.
And I was going through it, and they had a really nice Hestia one.
Chap.
So I picked that up. Now, this has got an interesting story because I was like, okay, hey, can I have the Hestia one? They're like, sure. And they give it to me, which I have a story about this after I got home.
Uh-oh.
Once I took it out of the package and everything, it's far more foul than it appeared to be. Because on the front it's fine. The front, it's just her looking cute and Genki and all that. But her outfit is kind of like see-through. You can see her tatas and so forth.
Yeah, well, it's not in fish. It's like a Dojin one.
Yeah.
Well, right. It still's really cool looking. Now, when I flipped it over, I was in for a surprise because it's a nice butt shot, like her ass sticking out. That's not all though. She's got a vibrator buzzing in her hooch. And licking a phallic thing. Like that's dripping like sweat and I was like, wow, I might have been second guessing this if I had noticed this.
Should have looked a little carefully at the drawing.
Yeah, I didn't pay a whole lot for it, but no, that's pretty cool. I might hang it up. Since I only got one large pillow, though, that probably is going to ultimately end up being something I just hang up.
Yeah.
Probably front side.
Yeah.
Just for reasoning that I think you get. Anyway, yeah, I'll flip it over when I'm alone. Anyway, beyond that, kind of cool stuff, just floating around. There wasn't like any kind of let's see here. There wasn't a booth that I really saw them selling much in the way of Gundam materials, unfortunately, because that was one of the main things I was going to hit. And in Media Blasters, I don't think was there either. They were supposed to be, but.
Well, you know what you have to look at for the I think what you had to look for was the Tamashi booth. If there was a Tamashi booth, then that was probably where you would find the Gundam stuff.
Yeah, right. And again, the place was crowded as fuck.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get around.
I should have said that before.
It's fine. I will say one thing though. If you have anxiety attacks or anything like that, or any kind of like phobias for giant crowds, you can't go to this thing.
Considering I've gone to New York Comic Con, that's okay.
I'm not talking to you specifically.
No, I know that. I'm just saying in general.
Okay. Anyway. Beyond that, so patrolling the territory, I mean, I stopped in a couple other places, like at the Project H booth and some of this other stuff, but the biggest prize that I got was, I'm trying to think of what the name of it was. It was like Lollipop Channel, I think was the name of the booth itself.
Yeah.
I was walking by. And this is after I had spent pretty much most of my money for the first day I bought stuff. I noticed something I really wanted and I couldn't pay for it. I was like, okay, if it's there tomorrow, Hello?
Yeah.
Did I cut out? All right.
No, you're good.
No, I said if it's there tomorrow, it's meant to be. Because I wasn't about, for reasons you'll understand later, I wasn't about to fucking get into it with the ATM again.
Oh, so what'd you get?
So I'm sitting there and I notice an Esdeath Dakimakura hanging up.
Oh.
And it is so good. Like holy shit. The front of it's her in her uniform, kind of like with this kind of like biting her finger almost kind of look to her. And on the back, it's her in her nightgown.
Nice.
Blushing and like with their gazangas hanging out. I mean, just It's just cleavage, but.
Naturally.
But anyway, it's unbelievably awesome. I was like, okay, if it's there tomorrow, it's like I want it, but I can't. I'm not fucking with the ATM again. Again, foreshadowing.
So you got it right there.
No, I had to wait till tomorrow.
I'll see that. Okay, I'll shut up.
Like I said, I wasn't about to deal with the ATM again.
Okay.
All right, because it was, again, you'll understand when I go into detail in the second part of the scenario here. So I pick up so the next day I show up and it's gone. I was so mad. But I asked the guy, I'm like, hey, do you still have that Death documentary that was hanging up here? He's like, oh yeah, sure.
Oh.
And I'm like, the thing is I got to be honest, I was very clandestine about it because I didn't tell the other guys that I saw it. It's kind of mean because I knew they would want it. Some of the other guys probably would want it.
Sometimes you gotta.
Sometimes you gotta be a selfish bastard.
Sometimes you gotta just get out there and strike on it, because if not.
Well, I was like with my buddy Lane at the time, and I'm just like, okay, I'm not telling Tim or Amos about this because I know they're gonna be trying to bid me for it. I was like, you understand? I've had a pain in the ass with this entire trip. I need something cool to take home.
But did you get it there?
Yeah, I did the second day.
Okay.
And I was like, I have needs. I need this thing. I don't want it. I need it. So I ended up paying for it, roughly about $80.
Not bad.
Was it like an official one or?
If it's not, it looks better than most of them.
Because I did see that there was one official for her.
Yeah, this one is much better looking than that.
Oh, all right. Well, then, okay. You know what you got to do, just for me and the newest? Take a picture of everything that you got, or at least the dockies.
I did already.
Oh, did you? Can you email them to us?
I can, but I gotta put my card in here and switch them over. And the thing is, you gotta realize about my computer with SD cards is that it's on the bottom.
Ooh, okay.
So you gotta lift it up and kind of slide it under. It's a pain in the ass.
Well, when you get the chance, if you're able to, because I would like to really see what these look like.
Yeah, same here.
Oh yeah, they're pretty sweet. My photos might not be too hot, but I definitely will send them.
Any figures that you got?
I almost picked up this Satsuki Kyuin from Kill la Kill because it was really cool because she was like in her battle armor.
Was it? It was probably a Crane prize, right? Was it the Figma? No,
it was the Figma. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it was the Figma?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm pretty sure it was.
I
didn't get it, but I almost did. It was one of those ones where if I did, I'd have been completely without any money.
Yeah, I imagine that was probably like $60, $70.
Yeah, it was. Again, I picked up a couple other things. They were giving away freebie shit like buttons and pins and all that crap. Lanyards. And I got some of those too. I mean, just for the hell of it. Again, was not really too terribly happy with all the stuff I got this time, just because not only was there not very much of it, but because the situation, the reason why. Yeah, just wait till the second part. I'm making this sound like I had a bad time, but I didn't. But you'll understand why when I delve into it a little more. Again, foreshadowing. Yeah. All right. Beyond that, I think I picked something else up, and I'm having a complete brain fart. It's one of those things where,
Manga, art book.
Again, I almost picked up as far as the art books go.
No, I mean, I'm trying to help jog your memory.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to think of anything else I saw there, though. I did almost pick up Senran Kagura. I kind of wish I would have now.
Oh, the anime.
Yes.
Seriously enough, I have the game now. Shinobi Versus. I've been playing that.
For what system?
PC, because I built a new computer.
Oh, Steam. Okay. Yeah. Steam.
Would you recommend acquiring that?
I would highly recommend acquiring that. If you like 3D beat 'em up games, stuff like Dynasty Warriors and stuff like that,
I do.
highly recommend it.
Okay, so
Warriors-
okay, it's not anime related, but something else I picked up, and just after I got home, it was this really nifty book. It just came onto the market in the pre-order. It's called Black Metal: The Cult Never Dies, Volume 1. It's this nice hardback with these really cool purple kind of hues on the cover. It's a sequel to another book that I already have, so can't wait for that. Anubis, you want to take on?
Well, really, the biggest news I have is that I built a new computer.
Do you have a clever name for it?
This is now Anna, because my naming scheme is always two-syllable feminine first names ending in a short A sound.
Okay.
So this computer is now Anna, which replaced the laptop that it's not dead, but it's making the third most god-awful sound known to man when I turn it on, so it's basically I'm not going to use it anymore until that gets fixed. So
Okay.
pretty much. So my old computer, which was Mira.
Did you name it after the Shimonetta character, by the way?
No, the name Anna goes way to like high school for me.
No, okay.
I actually don't even remember how I came up with it. But anyway, so the Mira was having trouble because having memory management issues.
Mm-hmm.
My solution is, okay, you just get some more RAM and put it in the thing and see if that works. Didn't work. Didn't accept the RAM. On 2 separate occasions, I had tried new RAM, and it rejected both of them. So I'm like, you know what? Now I just have 16 gigs of RAM lying around. I might as well build a whole new machine around this thing, because otherwise this little thing's not going to really do what I need it to do. Because it was crashing on all the games I tried to play on it and all whatnot, so it just wasn't doing it. So I spent, I think, like $500-something, $600-something just building a new machine. It's easily 2 to 3 times as powerful as my old one, and easily 2 to 3 times as large too. I can't put it under my desk like my old one. I have to have it hanging out to the side here in the little alcove. But it's beautiful. Like
right.
You would see on this screen here, my face all blurry and stuff, and that's because that old computer was kind of it was underpowered. And to be fair, I had built it deliberately underpowered because I built it for like $250. So it's not a powerful thing.
I need to see in the well. I did. Was it 2 years ago again? Like up my Mac, but I got it in a couple of years, maybe up like something even more because my thing doesn't even get updates anymore.
Oh,
ouch!
So you're using an outdated OS then, probably.
Yeah, I really don't care per se, but
not really something to really worry about.
Nah, but put it this way, they don't name. Was it the whole like naming thing after like Big Cats is done with like Macs? Now they do. I forgot what they're calling the new operating system.
But yeah.
Like OS.
Not PC.
OS X is like done. I think it was like Syria or something. I totally forgot. My mind just completely. Okay, continue onward.
Did you say Syria?
Don't call it Syria.
Or Syria. Like I have no idea what they call it. But
I actually did slap in the Blu-ray drive to this one.
Okay.
So that's engaged now. I got new graphics card, new processor, new motherboard.
Oh, I was right. It is Syria, but spelled Sierra.
Sierra.
Sierra, that's it.
Okay. So that's all set. Runs beautifully. Apparently, I have a military grade motherboard in this. I don't know what that means in terms of motherboards, but apparently that's the case.
It means that you can launch various missiles. No.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so that's basically the big news on my end, other than Connecticon.
Right. So what kind of goodies did you pick up?
We will go over that. Do we want to go over that now or in the Connecticon segment?
If you think it would be more enriched if you did it that way, just do whatever you want. Did my internet just go out?
No, you're here.
Okay, is he here though?
I think he got frozen because that happened before when it was just me and him.
Yeah, not hearing him, not seeing him. So, of course. What would it be if NTR Radio if there wasn't some technical problems?
Of course.
Oh, okay, there we go. So what do you want to do? You want to talk about what you got? Or?
You cut out like immediately when I was asking you the question.
Yeah, I said that we're going to go over it in the third segment, and then I just did the sign out. So that's all on the recording. It's just it didn't appear on the live one. So it's going to be on the recording. It's going to sound like I said that. When really I said that when I was having problems.
Yeah, so wonderful. Technical issues. It's NTR Radio. Of course there are. So anyway, you guys want to wrap up this segment?
I already did.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, so we're in the playing music segment, huh?
We're in the playing music segment. Without
Okay. All right, then I'll be right back.
Always take 5 years to make an actual song.
Again, what would it be if we didn't have technical problems?
It'd be a reasonable podcast with reasonable equipment and reasonable technical whatever.
Looking at this thing, Gundam women lady fans admire the most. Why is Relina on here? And Lady Un? Really? Just reading this thing you retweeted.
Yeah. I was surprised Simo was on there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I like her, but she also betrayed a lot of people.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. You got Lacus in the corner there.
Hamon's on the list, naturally.
Of course.
Much lower than I would have preferred her, but she's still on the list. So.
As is Aina.
Yep.
Lunamari Hawk, which seems kind of random, but not that I dislike her character design or anything. Emma Sheen is on here. And of course, what was her name? Starts with an M, I think, from Seed. Mirialia or something. I can't remember.
Mir Campbell.
No. She's one of the bridge.
Oh yeah.
Characters. I can't think of her.
Her
Her last name is Haw. I remember that. But that's gonna bother me now.
Oh, I don't feel like taking it out because I put them away. But I got Lucky Star and Happy Cooking Graffiti, or as they release it as Gourmet Girl Graffiti on Blu-ray.
Nice, very nice.
Um, you there, K-Gods?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I wanted to say I didn't want to say this in the actual show, but Chris Chan got himself a Daki too.
Oh God.
That thing is gonna be so stained with splooge.
Yeah, it's I don't know who it is of. It's like some girl with like animal ears.
Good news. Nothing but bad news.
Anubis is like, God damn it, making people who like these things look worse.
Yeah, he's also been doing like money begging videos.
Patreon.
And he had one with his mother.
Wait, she's still alive?
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's still alive. Barely though.
Anyway.
Here it is. Chris Chan purchases an anime body pillowcase.
Good for him.
I'm kind of curious what character you got.
Nano Naru.
The fuck is Nano Naru?
I'm looking at the thing you retweeted. You didn't even try Barnes & Noble. Popular shoujo. Yeah, Akame ga Kill does not work in that capacity at all.
Yeah.
Neither does Bleach, really. Guys, get ready because these stories are going to make you understand why I was having a problem.
All right, let's get into it then.
Oh, anyway, wait. I'm giving if Anubis wants. I don't know why it's not. Wait a minute. Copy. Open image in a new tab. Maybe that will. Maybe this will. Because I want you to see the pillow.
Yeah. Some kind of morbid curiosity. I don't know why.
Nightmares aplenty.
Oh, that's actually not too bad. I was expecting to have really shit taste, but that's actually not all that bad. It's not something I'd get, but it's nice to look at.
Ready when you guys are.
Okay.
In 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to NTR Radio.
Now it's time to talk about the con experiences, and you'll understand why, A, not only did I not get very much, but B, why it was a mixed blessing of a con. Okay, I guess I should start from the beginning, huh?
Yes.
Okay. The flight was fine. TSA, not a big deal. Everything went pretty smoothly. Got there, everything. Got picked up by my buddies. We drove back to the hotel we were staying at, which was the Mayfair, the infamous Mayfair, which was 3 stars, maybe out of 10. It was really bad. I'll expand on that later.
That was the hotel?
Yes. Like I said, it says 3 stars. Yeah.
Out of 10.
No. I'm saying, yeah, maybe out of 10. Because it was.
Doesn't say.
But what if it was 3 out of 5?
Well, that's exactly what it is.
Okay.
3 out of 5 isn't very good then, apparently.
That's why I said what out of 10. Anyway, moving right along. On our drive there, we passed the Square Enix building. That's kind of cool. That's cool for me anyway. while we were bantering and so forth. I actually got a recording of it. I might try to squeeze it into this in post-production somehow.
Yeah.
We'll see. It might not work. But anyhow, we got to the place. We find it, and then we're trying to find a place to park. So we're circling the area like, well, what the hell? There's no place to park. We can't even park to go in, to find out, if our reservations are, still there or whatever, and everything around there is like a towing zone.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's just like, cars left alone will be towed, so it's like nobody wants to even go out, get out. So what ended up happening is they dropped two of us off, which was me and Amos, or Hung Like a Zombie, and, we're sitting there, so they dropped us off in the front and then just started circling the area, to avoid possibly being towed. So we go in there and we ask them about it, and they're just like, "Oh no, it's valet parking. It's forced valet basically, to where you have to pay for the valet to even stay there at all." So which I've been told that's actually pretty common. But it's in the Los Angeles area at least.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's totally a ripoff because it was $30 a night. They're just squeezing every little penny out of you they can. So that should have been an omen right there. Really should have. But we ended up doing it. We went in. We come into the building. There's parts of it that are blocked off. Which, again, red flags, So we're on the 8th floor, and we take the elevator up to the 8th floor. It looks fine. We find our room. It was kind of around the corner at the end of the hall. So we go in there, and boy, were we surprised.
Uh-oh.
This room is pretty small, and it has to host 5 people. Okay, so that was fun. The air conditioning doesn't work.
Ooh.
The bathroom is very small, and cherry on top of that, the doors open from the center out.
You know what I would do?
Hang on.
I'm sorry.
They like a saloon door. They open from the center outward, like glass. And. There's no tub, it's just a shower, it's a small bathroom. There's no soap. No soap. But there's 4 things, there's four vials of lip gloss. Yeah, like, what the fuck? I think that was the last straw for me. There's no soap, not a bar. But there are 4 containers of lip gloss. Yeah, again, not so. This was bullshit. There's no Wi-Fi. Holy shit! All the outlets are in unfucking annoying ass places that are hard to get to, like under the desk, and it was just awful all around. Like when we got in there, our first thought was we need to go to a different hotel. That's how bad it was.
Would it be possible on a flight to bring like one of these with you?
Hang on.
One of these little fans.
Yeah, hang on.
Oh yeah, but that's not gonna fucking help you at all.
No, we actually did have some fans. We actually did have some regular, just like window fans, which is the only reason it was bearable.
Okay.
My phone said it was like in the upper 70s. No fucking way. I don't know. I guess my phone's lying to me, or maybe they use Celsius. I don't know. Because there's no way it was like only 76 degrees out there. So that was fun. So we set up the fans and the windows open, which normally I would complain about because that's an extreme dangerous hazard. Most of the time in these hotels, they don't actually let the windows open because
Yeah.
people might commit suicide.
Yeah, jump out the window or fall.
And you could if you wanted to. That they opened enough to where you could.
I regret nothing.
Like, which there's more stories about that too, about the windows. But what we did was we positioned the fans to where it sucked in the air from out there.
Ah.
Since there was two of them and there was two windows, we positioned them to where it would pull it in.
Right.
And it kept the place nice and cool, which was the only reason it was bearable. Beyond that, we basically dumped off all our stuff. This is still day 0, of course. We dumped off all our belongings, bitched about the situation. Then we went to IHOP because we were fucking hungry and tired. Got something to eat, relaxed. Something really fucking funny happened there, which I wish I would have recorded it. I didn't because I didn't bring the recorder with me to the IHOP like an idiot. My buddy's sitting there, Amos, hung like a zombie, he's sitting right across from me, and everybody else is kind of on the other side, and we're sitting there eating, and the what's his name? The waiter comes over there, and he's, constantly not only bringing our food, but constantly bringing us refills and so forth. Well, he comes back and he refills mine, but doesn't refill his. He's like, well, thanks a lot, asshole. He's saying under his breath. He's like, bitch, you need to keep me filled. Which just sounded really funny. But after that...
Fuck, I'm thirsty.
Yeah, exactly. We ended up taking, the bus to the convention center, which plenty of stories about this, too. Obviously, there were shuttles, and which was fine. It took forever for them to show up, but, again, should have took that as an omen. We were on bus 4. There were 5 of them that ran consistently throughout the con. That were numbered, And anyway, we took the shuttle. We got there. One thing I will say, and it's probably the best improvement since I was there last time, was easily the badge pickup.
Oh.
You guys remember what I said last time I went when I was in 2013, when I was in line for 6 hours? This time I was in line less than an hour.
Damn, okay.
Yeah, you want to talk about improvement. This thing went like clockwork. So I was thinking that was a good omen, and that things were going to be A-okay. Day 0, there was false hopes. Let's just say that. There were false hopes. Anyway, that was that. My girlfriend showed up later that day because she was traveling by car.
So you got to meet her in person.
Well, yeah, of course. Anyway, we were there.
Never mind. Never mind. Bad comment.
Yeah. Anyway, we hung out for a while, and that was pretty much day 0. Because after that you can't really hang around.
Yeah.
But there is one thing that was interesting when we went into the we went to pick up our badge. There's a lot more automated qualities about it, and I think that's probably why it's faster.
Probably.
And not only that, they have a bunch of people like behind these little desks, and it's just consistently moving. Whereas last time I was there, it was like these stilted lines that just kind of went doot doot stop, wait 30 minutes, doot 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 stop. You see what I'm saying?
I remember the first time I was at AB is like that.
It was wrapped around the building. It was horrible. They got their shit together with that, I'll say that, which is good. Anyway, that was pretty much the first day. We all went back to the hotel. We were bitching about, obviously, the crappy conditions we were stuck in. That's when we, got the idea to set up the fans right. Beyond that, we had just a bunch of soda, some snacks, and, typical things like that. So... after that, we basically
$5 water at the convention.
What? What now?
$5 water at the convention.
Yeah, I didn't buy no water at the. Like I'm echoing it bad. Anyway. Hang on. Anyhow, that was pretty much the eventfulness of the first day. We were just screwing around at the hotel. I'm trying to think if anything else happened besides Derek throwing fucking pizza out the window.
Because you can do that because the window's open.
Yeah, he lobbed it, like, and it landed on this roof near these fans. And, like, you could see it, like, if you were just, like, looking out the window, you could just, like, it's like, you know, he just lobbed it. I guess the pizza was bad. I don't remember why he did it. Anyway, that's about all that happened on day 0. Again, nothing too eventful day 0. Day 1, on the other hand, is when all the fun stuff happened. All right.
Is this fun good or fun sarcastically?
Sarcastically, big time.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, it's bad. All right, so we get up. We're gonna get down there before the dealer room opens. You know, that's just kind of procedure. Well, if we were sitting there and waiting and waiting and waiting for the bus, waiting and waiting and waiting. Yeah, it's not coming.
Oh.
So we get annoyed and we split up. Me and Lane. Oh, we walk because we're annoyed at this point. And they, I think, took the they just hung around and waited for the bus. Oh, actually, no, that was day 2. The first day, we actually took an Uber.
Ooh. Up in the 21st century, getting with the smartphone and the sharing economy.
Actually, we did it because the bus didn't show up when it was supposed to.
Well, yeah. That too.
I mean, I think we stopped like at a McDonald's first for breakfast, and then we shot from there.
Breakfast of Champions.
Oh, this was actually in a big building.
Oh, it was a good McDonald's. Did it have 2 floors?
It did.
Yeah, that's the good McDonald's. You know.
No, it isn't. And here's why. It's inside of the building.
Oh, the McDonald's is in.
It's in a bunker, dude.
In a
bunker? Like a Cold War bunker.
Why?
Like you went down numerous flights of stairs, and there's this like mall fucking in there.
Why?
Oh no, it gets better. Not only can you not find your way around, but we had to find a guy. We had to find a guy to get us out because it was so fucking confusing. And the guy said, "Even I've worked here for years, and even I still get lost here."
What the hell?
Yeah, it was bad.
It's soured on the city of Los Angeles, and I was already soured on the city of Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Extremely so. Anyway, we go there. We finally get to the dealer room, and we're waiting in line for the bag check. You know, which going reasonably so. My buddies are gawking at these Sailor Mercury and Sailor Venus girls and these really clothed women. Yeah, like, you know how short the Senshi outfits are, right? These were much... Huh?
You're already plenty short.
Yeah, these are about half that short.
So you must have seen, like, everything.
Yeah, their asses and panties are showing.
Nice.
Anyway, and surprisingly, they did not get any...
Yeah, maybe someone down the line told them to put on pants.
Yeah, I was actually going to say, surprisingly, no one actually made them change.
Oh.
To my knowledge. Anyway, we're waiting at the front of the line, and we get moving. We eventually get to the bag check, and we walk in, and the first thing you see is this giant fucking safe space banner.
Oh.
I took a picture of it, too. because I couldn't fucking believe it.
Please send me that one too.
I do remember seeing pictures going around of like the mascot for that.
Yeah, there actually is a mascot, which already there is porn of.
Yeah, I saw those pictures too.
That's the only good thing about it.
I only saw the pic of the guy who's dressed as a dumpster, and it said "your waifu."
Yeah, I've seen those before.
Oh yeah, there was someone at that with Connecticon too. Ever since that one person was it like AX like 1 or 2 years ago did that, and now you see them everywhere.
Yeah.
Everyone's jumping on the bandwagon when someone dared to be original, and now everyone's jumping on that cosplay. It's kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest.
Right. Well, anyway, we get in there, and it is hot as a motherfucker. Because how many people are in there?
Body heat.
And there appears to be no fans or air conditioning.
Well, to be fair, it's like that's a huge convention center.
I know, but it is so unbearably hot.
Yeah, you're really not going to adequately air condition that whole thing. So
No, it was fucking horrible. People were taking their shirts off and wiping their face and shit.
I'm sure it must have smelled lovely.
No. Like, we're talking like fucking deadly, stinky fucking mustard gas kind of shit. It was bad. It stunk like a motherfucker. Anyway, naturally, everybody's waiting for them to cut the rope, basically, so everybody can run up there like a bunch of idiots. It's already bottlenecked.
Oh, yeah.
So when they do, and I thought it was bad last time. Ho, 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 ho. Again, once they did, it looked like a bunch of zombies. And it was even playing this loud, big bass drum thud. So it made it even sound more like a bunch of fucking like brainless hordes are stomping and
They're like dun dun.
Yeah, exactly. Dong dong dong. Yeah, exactly. So we get in there, it bottlenecks again on the stairs. Obviously, and then everybody gets in and floods in the place, and holy shit, it's impossible to hardly move anywhere.
So is this the convention center itself or the dealer room?
On the way in.
Good God.
Once you got in, it was not much better. Because everybody's trying to get in there and rush in and get stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm with my buddies at and we went to Hindane first. Again, it was just completely swarmed. And after that, eventually, actually no, I forgot one detail. While we were waiting to go into the dealer room, I tried to use the ATM.
Oh, I could have told you that was a bad call.
Well, the one at the hotel didn't work. So, well, no, it gets worse than you think. So I use the ATM. It doesn't work. I get an error. So I try it again. I get an error. So I call my bank. They froze my account.
Yep, they'll do that sometimes. They haven't done it to me yet. But
okay. All right. Then the lady who I'm talking to is giving me major attitude. I don't know why, but it really is pissing me off. And then she's like saying you're in Las Vegas. I'm like, no, I'm fucking not. So I'm getting really irritated. And eventually that gets sorted out, right? And I used the one actually in the dealer room because that one's working better. Anyway, sorry, I neglected to mention that, but that was an important point because that annoyed the shit out of me. Anyhow, basically, giant clusters of people being moved around involuntarily, and just couldn't hardly breathe or do anything. And it got bad to the point to where I left.
Really?
Because it was not worth it right then. It got bad to the point where I actually physically left the building. They really do have to cap that place. As far as the attendance numbers, they have to.
I would assume they're probably going to do something similar to AB did, where they have a cap, but they don't make it really apparent that there is a cap until their pre-reg numbers start really getting close to that cap. Then they'll start say, okay, we have this many registrations left to sell, and after that, that's it.
Because it just simply, there's not enough room in one room for all these people. Just, you know what I mean? Yeah. It was fucking annoying. I got pissed off. I mean, I was already mad because of the ATM. And basically, it just was a nightmare. My girlfriend showed up. She could see I was really pissed off. So she did a little bit of shopping, and after that, I just kind of marched out, and I was sitting there, and here's where the worst part of it gets. I had to use the bathroom. I had to take a mega shit. And there were lines for these bathrooms like at a fucking monster truck rally. Yeah.
This is worse than an R.L. Stein book.
Like, it's one of those things where I need to use the bathroom. Like, bad. Like, my stomach is fucking growling to where people around me can hear it. And I'm physically hurting. Okay. Well, it gets worse than this. So it's like, I got to get back to the hotel. Because there's no way I'm going to make it in time if I'm sitting here waiting in these fucking lines. So the bus comes, the shuttle. And I get on the shuttle. And we head back toward the hotel. And they take the long way there. I am on this bus for 90 minutes. Still having to shit. And they didn't fucking stop at our stop. They shot right back by it. And took me back to the fucking convention center. So now I'm back, and I still have to use the bathroom. You can see why I'm getting frustrated and annoyed. This day was a fucking nightmare.
There was no place outside to stop or anywhere?
Where? Like go into the bathroom somewhere nearby?
Yeah.
No, they all had signs that say employee only. And like, if you're not eating there, they don't even pretty much want you in the building. And the giant Staples Center was closed. Then you couldn't go in there. So, yeah. Needless to say, I was pretty annoyed. My friends kind of made me a little mad too, because they just seemed to not really care at the time. Which, that's kind of annoying when you're paying for part of the hotel.
Yeah.
I was like, they just kind of get like, sorry man, like I don't give a shit, I'm like, yeah, well, fuck you, man. I have to take a dump. Yes. Hope nobody's eating. But you can see where my anger and frustration is getting to boiling point.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
I can't shop. I can't use the bathroom. I'm in pain. And my friends are just kind of like, see ya. You're on your own. It's like, motherfucker. They eventually did apologize about that later, but anyway, day one was a wash for me. It really was, I was just mad. I just went back to the hotel, and that was it for me. I was like, fuck this shit. I paid my money for the hotel. I was honestly thinking about fucking going home.
But this was just day one.
Yeah, I know. That's why I didn't. I was like, okay, well maybe I'll have better luck tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, so.
What time of day was this, by the way? Just.
Well, when it opened, of course.
Oh, so that
This is like,
was all.
like 10 in the morning, something like that.
Okay.
Yes, that's when the dealer room cracked open, and then after that I was like, I don't even care about the dealer room now. I need to use the bathroom.
This is something I don't understand, and AB had this problem too. Why the fuck do people line up for the dealer room? I don't like. You're not gonna not get into the dealer room.
It's because they want to get the rare stuff first.
I mean, I get that, but like, number one, like, how many of those rare things do they have? You're probably not gonna get one. Chances are. It's like I just don't understand.
You know what? You're gonna probably find what you're looking for online, and much of it. So you should. Yeah.
Because
but they do.
And I go to AB and I'll look at all these people lined up to get into the dealer room, and I'm like, what's going on?
If you think that's bad, AX will not treat you well.
Yeah, no. If I'm gonna look at that line and just get pissed right off, because that.
Well, the thing is those lines follow. Those lines follow into the actual freaking thing too. Like, there were some places the lines were so long they actually had people holding signs saying it was capped. Hello?
Yeah, that's just something I don't understand. It's like the Geeky Panda had a video where he was in that bundle, this pile of humanity, trying to simultaneously push their way into, and security had to stop him because people were pushing and shoving their way into the dealer, and I'm like, wow, there's really no need for this at all. But go on.
Yeah, so day one, wash for me. And why am I still fucking echoing?
I have no idea.
I'm all the way right here.
Yeah, there's definitely a problem.
In any case, keep it going.
So anyhow, well, it's aggravating me because I'm hearing my own voice cycle through. Anyway, so I'm sitting there, and I go back to the hotel. I'm aggravated as all hell. So I'm just like, you know what, fuck it, I might just go home. This is ridiculous. Every single possible bad thing that can possibly happen did. So I again, kind of a wash. Everybody's aggravated. When everybody else comes back, we just watch TV and talk about dumb shit, So the next morning, I feel a little better. Then I said, okay, I'm going to try this again. So hit the ATM again, because I ended up just taking the money I pulled out the first day and paying for my hotel share of it. And no trouble this time. And the first thing, me and Lane and the girlfriend hit the Manga Gamer booth and picked up some stuff. All three of us picked up Arage. Asian games make sexy games.
Good call.
It's like, okay, finally, things are getting better, And we were before we did that, we were actually in the hotel watching it. Just to kind of.
Yeah, I just saw this.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy this. Anyway, we all bought a copy of that, and she also bought a copy of Euphoria.
Naturally, of course. I actually really need to get a copy of Euphoria.
Yeah, I think I do too. Anyway.
It's already served me enough. I might as well pay my dues.
Right. But the guy was so super cool about it, he actually gave us these 3 tickets that were basically an autograph ticket.
Yep.
For Shigeo Hamashima, the character designer.
Yep.
So that was interesting because in the itinerary, as it were, there was no mention of that at all, of her doing autographs. So, because I actually had wanted to do that, so I didn't actually know it was even going to happen.
So it was the kind of secret hush-hush thing.
Maybe it's because she's an 18-up person. I don't know.
Possibly. That might be sort of the case.
I don't know. In any case, it was pretty cool. It's got, I don't know how familiar you are with Euphoria, like character names or anything.
Um,
But the little ticket stub had Nemu on it.
okay, I know who that is.
Yeah, cute girl with kind of a weird, like, almost quasi bowl cut.
Yeah, her hairstyle is kind of like pulled back.
Interesting design. Anyway.
It's probably my least favorite of the series, though.
Interesting. Anyway. So we got that, and again, the day started off a little better, obviously, after that. And after that, we were just kind of wandering around. I swung by the Sentai booth and picked up the first Blu-ray of Akame ga Kill.
Yep.
And that was cool. And they also gave me this Sentai Noticed Me button, which I had to, of course, put that on my backpack.
That's clever.
Yeah, I thought so too. That's the main reason I thought it was so cool. And they had these really cool like bags that were Akame ga Kill bags, but they ran out by the time I got there. That was a day zero thing. We were not early on day zero. Oh God, these dogs, man. I'm sorry. Anyway, beyond that, then we swung around and we actually saw this Dakimakura thing on the corner, and that's when I picked up the Hestia one.
Excellent.
There we go.
Yeah, and it was pretty good. I mean, like I said, I guess I should have been a little more observant because I saw it and I was like, ooh, gimme. You know? That's as far as that thought process went. You know? And everyone else picked up a couple different ones too. You know, whatever one they wanted.
Naturally.
I don't think there was any duplicates to where, like, you know, anybody bought something that somebody else got.
Nobody got the same waifu.
No, definitely not. And that was cool. And that was probably all the shopping I did on the first day. We went around the thing, and I was low on money. And I happened to see the Death one hanging there at Lollipop Channel. And I was just like, if it's there tomorrow. Because you can understand why I didn't want to fuck with the ATM again.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I don't even fuck with ATMs at.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. You were out?
Yeah. I'm like this, like pointing. Can you hear me?
Well, no, I'm paying attention to my mic.
Yeah,
You're not looking at the thing. Oh.
No, and no, it's distracting, to be honest.
Sorry. Just.
Anyway.
I was trying to ask. Did you get a singer? Did you have that woman sign your copy?
Yeah, but not on that day. It wasn't until the end of the thing.
Okay, I'm sorry. Just like not responding at all. I'm like, Jesus, what?
That's because your voice wasn't here.
I know that. Well, that's why I was trying to point.
That, again, not gonna work because I'm not looking at it. I'm looking at the chat.
All right.
Anyway. So we walk around, I see that, and me and Lane are there, and I'm just like, I'm going to get that if it's still here. And I'm not going to tell them about it either. Because they weren't with us at the time, you know. You know how when you're in a dealer room, you kind of split from your crew?
Yeah.
Just to kind of get wherever your things you want and so forth.
You get going together, you end up separated.
Yeah, that just happens. The bigger the group, the more it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway. So then I just kind of looked around, you know, window shopping, as it were. Just kind of looking at all that good stuff. I think... Oh, no. I did pick up we did stop at Faku, but not the main booth. There's like a side booth.
Huh.
That's actually, you know, far less populated. That's the main reason we did.
Right.
And that's where I picked up the shirt and the two things. They also had one of Napata, the shirt where it's like I think it's the cover of Pandemonium.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Because it looks like she's pointing in her mouth. Yeah. Which, of course, again, you might not understand what that is if you didn't know. But, yeah. Anyway. But that's when I saw the Daki hanging, and I was like, motherfucker. Good times. And, so I was like, okay, if it's there tomorrow, it's meant to be. And anyway, just looking around, looking at figures and other goodies, I saw one thing I kind of wish I would have picked up. They had flasks.
Oh, yeah.
Which was really cool. They had one that's like of the Triforce on it.
Nice.
I can't remember the place that was selling it though, unfortunately. Unless there's a big name or a thing over the top, I'm not paying too much attention.
Right.
I just don't got time to be fumbling around through the
program book.
Yeah, especially when there's all these people moving back and forth and around. So anyway, that was that part of it. We actually were going to hit up some panels, but of course, the thing with panels at these big cons is if you don't line up like over an hour ahead of it, you're not getting in.
Yeah, you could forget about New York Comic Con and panels, like, unless you're there specifically for the said panel.
Yeah, because holy crap, it's I wanted to go to numerous panels, but it just didn't work out too well.
So no bombing like photo bombing the ANN panel or anything like that.
Yeah, I got real shit to do. Anyhow, I don't remember if it was the first day or the second day. I mean the second or third. I'm pretty sure it was the second. We did end up hitting the late night Project H Hentai Trends panel. We eventually did get in there. Which, by the way, was basically a giant commercial for sex toys. I actually thought it was about trends, as in NTR and tsundere and things like that. I was wrong, very much so. But here's the great thing: that entire day, one of my buddies, Tim, he actually went to the Anime Matsuri thing, which was this big concert. Where all these places all these things like Jam Project, TM Revolution, and Sphere, and all these places were all these performance art.
Oh, Sphere, that's right, because Aki Toyosaki was there.
Yeah, and so he was there for pretty much all day, with his glow sticks and shit. That was him. That was his Saturday.
Who was that?
My buddy Tim.
Autographs.
Again, I don't think they were doing that. It wouldn't matter anyway. That was a separate ticketed event. You had to buy those tickets not only separately, but pretty much before you even got there.
Figures. They
sold out really quick. Anyway, so while that was going on, we went to the Project H thing, which was entertaining, but and some of these toys, wow, like holy shit. They had like these futanari strap-ons. And the funny thing was they had guys actually demonstrating them, which was even funnier. Like fucking the fake vaginas and stuff. These fake tits and stuff. Opie, things. It was really funny putting on Shimapan and running around. And there were some really funny things being yelled from the crowd.
Naturally.
Yeah, the whole thing was pretty amusing. I will say I think one of the guys up there was a total tool though. One of the translator individuals just seemed kind of like, I don't really want to be here. You know the kind.
Yeah.
Anyhow, beyond that, the day was decent. We had some decent food and there's a place called Fat Burger. One word. Just in case, you wanted to know.
Yeah.
Just in case you wanted to know what was going on inside the building. It's pretty good food, actually, surprisingly. At least I thought so. There isn't anything like that around here. That's, I guess, a local, perhaps, thing. Anyway, the rest of the day was okay. There was a lot of hilarity back at the hotel, like Derek continually throwing things out the window. Like,
Because the window opens.
yeah, exactly. I guess he thought, he threw a penny out there and he made some quasi-anti-Semitic remark. It really wasn't. It was more of a South Park type joke. He's not. I'll just say that. He said something like "Jews beware" and lobbed the penny out, and I was just like, really? It totally sounded like Cartman. Anyway, he's a black guy. Just thought I'd point that out, just in case you think it's some, white devil, as they say. Anyway, he's pretty funny. He also had this giant frog suit that he got at the con, and he was walking around in it like the entire time.
Was it the frog suit from Harry?
No, I don't think so. But one of the things he kept doing was he'd like hop off of stuff and say that he was gay.
Mm.
Like he did it off the bus too. Like when he wore it on the bus and then jumped out of the bus and then like on the ground and yelled it. Shit like that. Just really silly, nonsensical shit. That's how he is. Some pretty funny things besides that happened though too. Like on the way back again, I was weary of riding home on the bus, on the shuttle. Not home, but onto the hotel. You know why? After they missed the stop, which that didn't happen again, but it was late pretty much every time picking us up in either direction. Well, I went back alone on that second day, and wow. Okay. First off, this bus driver was smoking pot, very much so. Actually had the weed on him.
Nice.
So the whole bus smelled like fucking dope. I have to think he had like glaucoma or something, because he was kind of an older gentleman. Kind of looked like he, might. But if you have fucking something like that, why are you driving a bus full of other people? Yeah. Anyway.
Because you're in California.
Yeah, I guess. The whole thing fucking smelled like pot. And this happened more than once, by the way. The dude was like throwing his hands up like he's fucking at gospel or something. Like, hey, everybody say hey, kind of shit. Really weirdness. But the be-all, end-all of the nonsense that happened with the bus was when I was riding back alone to the hotel, and we're sitting there, and on the way back, he stops, pulls over to the side, hops out of the bus, and goes to McDonald's.
Wow.
like, didn't turn off the bus, didn't shut the door.
Was this like Otto?
Yeah, like we're sitting there at like
this is like fucking Otto, basically.
It's like 2 a.m. in downtown Los Angeles. Fucking pitch black outside. A bunch of us are stuck on this bus. He hops out and goes to get coffee at McDonald's. Just like,
whoa, excuse me, I gotta get some coffee.
He didn't say anything. He just did it. And then he came back, and we're all like laughing and shit, and we're just like, what the fuck is this? And everybody said, hey, everybody clap when he gets back on. And we did.
Nice.
It was great. But again, I'm kind of, the order of some of these things is kind of, it's been a little bit now.
Yeah.
So
That's right.
unfortunately, But a couple of interesting things occurred. Before I got on the bus, while I was waiting for it, again, it was late, there was these two girls behind me talking about how they wanted to fuck Ria Kugamiya.
I mean, hey, it's good taste.
They were making comments about how they were making comments about how they wanted to eat her out and shit. Like, and I think they were serious too. I don't think they were just like trying to be funny or anything.
If I was there, I would have told them about the meme about Iori from Idolmaster and like how there's just most dojins of her evolve like anal.
Anyway, and then there was one of them kind of dancing around, like clearly.
And of course, no, Iori is Rei Kugamiya.
Yeah.
All right.
And then there was one of them one of these said women was clearly like had dance lessons or something in the past because she was doing some kind of ballet shit, like some kind of twirling and stuff. Something where you could tell they had experience.
Yeah.
Like, in that field. Because if you don't, you're not going to look as nearly as quote unquote graceful as that. Just it won't happen. This technique and whatnot. But they were like, you could tell they were younger too, like maybe early 20s, because they were talking about like fucking old people. In a really funny comment. It's like old people in their fucking checks. 'Cause they're talking about working at like a convenience store or whatever.
I got you.
It was very entertaining, and the same women were talking about like the bus driver, on their way in the elevator, about him stopping for fucking coffee at McDonald's. You could see these shuttle services were a fucking joke. The first day when I was riding back and they missed the stop, I was sitting there with a fucking memo pad writing my grievances. If you want in the third segment, I've got them still. They're. I think you'll get a laugh out of it. I think we're gonna do that for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So day 2, I got some good stuff. Kind of recouped some of the horrible day 1 shit. Nonsensical. Again, bullshit bus stuff aside. My buddy actually finally got away from those concerts and couldn't hear. Still had his glow sticks and was talking about how cool it was to see and to hear like Flo was there. Weren't they the one who did Colors?
I believe so, yeah.
They did play that, I'm pretty sure.
Naturally.
Anyway, good stuff. Everybody went back. Some people engaged a little in the drinky.
Naturally.
Which made Derek even more ridiculous with his fucking frog suit. Oh, he punched the wall too at one point because he got annoyed and he was drunk, and he pretty much fractured / broke one of his fingers.
Nice.
Like, because Hung Like a Zombie actually was tweeting about it. He's like, he can't feel anything in his hand because he just like completely smacked into the wall. Again, beer does things to people. You know what I mean?
These people he hang out with.
People in general. Yeah, he definitely messed up his hand pretty badly. And then him and Tim kept getting into it, and Tim kept hitting him in the nuts. like there was one part where like he flipped over and he just like fucking kicked him square in the balls. Like and he kept making these like screaming high pitched noises. Well, yeah. I was just like, guys, I need to sleep. They're sitting there fucking. I don't know what was going on there. I think I missed something.
Was it the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
Yeah, it was really high pitched. And then again, if you got hit in the nuts continuously, like about 3 times, you'd probably make some nasty noises too. But anyway, it's at that point it's just like, come on, I'm trying to sleep, and I'm on the floor, by the way. Again, that place was not big enough for 5 people. And we told them.
What time of night was it?
Past midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody was getting tired. Eventually we did fall asleep. And the next morning, Tim was snoring really fucking loud. I actually taped that.
Yeah.
Because he says he doesn't snore. So I got my digital recorder out, and I proved him wrong. Because he snores really loud. The third day was going to be interesting because had to hit the dealer room again, and we had those autographs.
Nice.
To get signed, yeah. Anyway, we hit the dealer room again. That's when I hit a County Got Killed. I got the second part of it, And I swung around, and I was like, okay, I got to stop screwing around. I got to head back to that one place with the Esdeath Docky. So I hauled ass and did that. It wasn't there. I was kind of upset. And so I asked, I figured, well, it couldn't hurt to ask. I said, oh yeah, we still got it, I'm like, oh, gimme. $80, and it's just like, all right, put that sucker in the back my backpack, So I did. Other cool thing that happened, I actually did see a really cool wall scroll of her too, but they only had the one that was out on the front. You know how they have the ones that just on display.
The model.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't actually have any, and I was like, well, it's kind of dumb. Why would you do that for something you don't have any of? Maybe I just think that's weird. Like, you know what I mean?
It would make sense to me if once they run out of the thing.
No. They just didn't have any.
Yeah, what I'm saying, it would make sense to me if once they run out of the thing, they just sell off the display model.
Yeah, they didn't do that either. I asked about it.
I mean, that's how I got that Haruhi wall scroll. That was a display model in some FYE up in the Berkshires somewhere.
Right. Well, the point is they didn't have any to begin with, though.
Oh. Well, that's...
Yeah, pretty stupid. And I don't think they were selling the display model. Anyway, doesn't matter. I didn't get it, unfortunately. Anyway, but I was still happy because I got the Docky. Got lost after that.
Yep.
Because this fucking map they had was completely a joke. You know how in the inside of every program they got like basically a layout.
Yeah.
Of the actual convention center, and this thing was a joke. Because to get these autographs, the autograph line, it was in the artist alley pretty much. Which is fine. The thing is, though, the artist alley was not clearly labeled. It was in the frickin' garage. Yeah, it was in like a parking garage area, and it wasn't really clearly labeled very well. So it took a while to actually find the damn thing. So then when I'm in there, the artist alley was as crowded, if not more crowded, than the fucking dealer room. Yeah. So finding anything was impossible. So I had to pretty much walkie-talkie with my friend via text to actually even find where we're supposed to be. Eventually we did. We got there, and we figured, well, the signing's about in an hour. I don't think we should leave. I don't think we should get, we're going to end up getting lost and not getting back,
Yeah.
And miss it, and that would make me very, very infuriated. Anyway. So we eventually the line up for the table. We're sitting there. The line wasn't very big, actually. We were actually up front. I'd say we were in within 20 people. There was about 20 people, and we were, reasonably, around 10, 9, 11, kind of in that area. Eventually, more did pile in. But, anyway. So we were waiting for that. We're just kind of sitting there. We were all kind of curious what she'll look like, too,
Right.
Because she didn't have an actual picture on the program. It was just like a picture of a cat. I thought that was kind of interesting. And then we kept making jokes about how she actually is a cat. And then like a cat's gonna hop up there like Garfield or some shit and start signing shit. Yeah, you think weird things. Anyhow, so we're sitting there waiting, and then eventually they get the table set up, and she's sitting there. It's like, oh, and they're saying for autographs, here's what you do. If you got a phone, have your name write your name on your phone, so she can, use that as part of the signature. I guess to personalize it.
Right.
So yeah, it's like, okay, type in my name, et cetera, and you pull out I pulled out the game, the J card as they call them or whatever. Open it up, and she signed the inside of it, and to me, Shane.
Keep fapping.
No. It's just like that. Drew like a heart, and thank you. Da 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 da.
Happy faps.
Yeah. She actually okay. Now, I guess I shouldn't be surprised because I've seen so much anime creators and things like that, but very classy lady, surprisingly.
Oh yeah.
For someone who made something as fucked up as, or was really involved in something as fucked up as Euphoria, looked really very professional and just kind of,
But I thought only degenerates make these things.
Definitely not. Anyway, really cool. She was super nice, really fun. That whole thing was cool. Like I said, took out the thing, she signed the inside of it, and then I put it back in, of course.
Naturally.
And that was kind of a cool collectible, as it were. I enjoyed it. I've never done it before with an actual Japanese guest, so I was a little nervous, because I was like, I don't want to say or do something stupid,
Right.
So I was just kind of like, just kind of do the nod bow thing a little bit, arigato gozaimasu, and basically that was it, went really smoothly. It was really quick. We were up front, so it didn't take too long. It's pretty cool. If you get the chance to see her or meet her, I recommend it.
Oh, will do.
Yeah, super cool. She was hosting a panel that night too, but there were reasons we couldn't get to that, and that evolved because we lost track of time and we were telling stupid stories at the hotel. Yeah, it was bad. But beyond that, the one panel we did go to, that was a fire hazard from hell.
Oh man.
Because people were lined up in the hall, and like way before, and it got really cluttered and bottlenecked. Right. And there's this guy screaming in the hall practically with a megaphone about clearing out. And that's like, you can't stay here. This is a fire hazard. It didn't matter. Then people just went to the other side. It was blocking off the escalator and shit. And eventually people just started walking around like in a loop.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It was ridiculous.
Panel room.
Huh?
Kind of orbiting the panel room.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great word, orbiting. Pretty much, because then people are just kind of slovenly, just kind of walking around. Their feet are hurting. Good times. And then they lined us up against the wall like we were about to be shot. And okay, so, yeah. Then eventually we ended up going back to the hotel, and we sat there telling stories about stupid shit. Like, I'm not gonna tell this story for numerous reasons, but the one where I heard this story from one of my buddies talking about how some pilot that was flying over Afghanistan, this was years ago, actually got taken out by an RPG. I'm like, wait a minute. One of our pilots got their plane taken out by a grenade.
1 in a million shot.
Like we were just like, how does that even happen? And why were you flying that fucking low? Like, it had to be some jackass that was like doing barrel rolls and listening to Def Leppard and shit.
Go off.
Trying to show off and stuff, and some guy's like sitting there in his hut, like sitting there about to eat his like dinner or whatever, and he's like, I got it. He runs out there, he's like doing trig in the fucking sand with a stick, like, okay, if I fire here. I mean, just like, how does that even happen? That sounds retarded, ridiculous. But how does that even happen? Like, how do you decide to be sitting there flying around that low
Just making bad decisions.
Yeah, I mean, just I don't know. Anyway, we were laughing at stuff like that, just because it's just, I mean, it's not funny that our men and women stuff get shot down or anything, but what the fuck was that?
Exactly.
Anyway, we were just laughing a bunch of stupid stuff like that, and at one point we were talking about, because fireworks were going off the entire time we were here, by the way, since his is July 4th weekend.
Yeah.
And they were loud. Some of them sounded like gunshots.
There might have been gunshots. It's LA.
Yeah, there definitely were some. And I remember laughing at one point because Derek hit the floor at one point. Because after one of them went BAM! And he just like dropped. Like stop, drop, and roll kind of thing. And of course everybody just kind of looked around and went, "Ain't that America?" Yeah. I actually got that on recording. It's pretty amusing. Anyway, beyond that, did some more dealer room kind of hopping around. And that's probably about it for that. I mean, again, got my stuff. I actually did want to go back, but then by the time I did, the dealer room was about to close, so wasn't able to really get back in, which is unfortunate, but that kind of thing happens. Anyhow, after that, sadly on the 4th, which was the last day I actually caught a flight early. I had to get out of there. My plane left pretty early, unfortunately. Which, that was fine. I mean, TSA, everything went pretty easily. Although, I did see a guy kind of smirking when my stuff went through it. They know why. Well, what?
They know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, they were, I think they probably fucking saw the Haruhi thing better than I did. And that's why they were giving me the, kind of smirk. I didn't give a fuck, but, And then the flight was fine, got back home, took out my stuff, put it away, and then I got sick. Which you can still hear that I have a slight bit of a cold now. Because I always get a cold or catch something on my way back. I don't know why.
Probably airport plague.
Probably, or perhaps it was the 100,000 or more people at AX.
Or the con plague or airport plague.
Yeah. Yeah, all in all, got some good loot, had some fun times and stuff, but you can see where it was kind of a mixed kind of situation.
Yeah.
That first day was just absolute bullshit across the board. Again, some of it was circumstantial. Obviously, it was nobody's fault that I had to use the bathroom, but it was people's fault that I couldn't do it.
Exactly.
Again, just not the best con trip ever, and certainly not as eventful or entertaining as they've been in the past. But okay,
You gonna do it again next year?
If so, there's gonna have to be some changes.
I'm planning on going next year, so
don't stay at the Mayfair.
no. Listen. I'm picking the closest hotel possible, and just getting the nicest room I can.
I highly recommend avoiding the Mayfair. Put it this way, I think the Figueroa was better than the Mayfair. Yeah, but definitely do not. I cannot, in good conscience, say to use the Mayfair.
Mayfair is out. Peace. Done.
Yeah, none of that. If we go back, we're definitely going somewhere nicer.
Yeah.
Even if it's a little more expensive. Because that was nonsense. Freaking air conditioner didn't work. I think that's the one that killed me the most. That and the soap.
That's murder.
Like freaking, it's like, oh come on, you're screwing us out of fucking $30 extra a night. You could at least give some fucking air conditioning.
Exactly.
Anyway, I'm gonna pass quote unquote the mic to you.
All right, Connecticon 2016. This is going to be more of an overview because really I don't remember what happened day to day, and
Ouch.
I didn't really do a whole hell of a lot convention.
Put down the alcohol, man. I don't remember.
I didn't even drink a whole lot, damn. But it's basically going to be just a general overview of the con because I didn't really do a whole lot. There wasn't a whole lot for me to do at the convention, to be perfectly honest. So
Go ahead.
they made a good deal of changes this convention around. They blocked off a lot of the entrances to try and control traffic and make sure people who were going to the convention center had badges. They closed down the convention center at 9 p.m., which makes for a whole lot less 18 plus panels, and makes for really nothing of interest to me to do after 9 p.m. The informal dance they moved off site, which wouldn't have affected me either way, but I know affected a lot of people. And generally speaking, it was a lot less for me personally to do at the con this year. So most of what I did was go around, take pictures for Yashike, roam around the dealer room, try and look for stuff to buy. They had one thing they really blew me away on was their arcade games, though. They had Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax, which I played and lost at. They had this Silent Scope game. And you know Silent Scope, it's the one with the sniper rifle.
Right.
This is a badass Silent Scope game. They had that. They had this this mech game. I forget the name of it, but that was really good. The arcade games were on point this year, but everything else, the dealer room was about as good as last year's. The only difference in the dealer is I bought more from it.
Right. It sounds like you kind of rated it more than I did this time. So.
Yeah. So I'll crack into the dealer room stuff right now. The first couple things I got, a couple little things that I'm in the market for some decals, so I bought some decals. This is a Yon emblem and the UN Spacey emblem.
Nice. Where'd you get the Xeon one from?
That I forget which booth it is, but they're both from the same booth.
Okay.
I could look it up probably and show you and tell you later.
Okay, that's cool.
But then I also picked up, throughout the entire course of this convention, I picked up all of the Genshiken anime. The first
There you go.
The OVAs, the second series, and then the NIS release for the second generation.
What about that show that was like the show within the show that they made?
Oh yeah.
I
Could you
believe
be
this,
Unbound?
not this one, but this one comes with episodes 1, 21, and 25 of Kujibiki Unbalanced.
Oh, all right, but not of the not the OVA ones, but the actual like sideshow that they made.
Did they make an entire sideshow for that?
Yes, they did.
I'm gonna have to look that up. But that
It has completely different character designs than the show within the show that they did.
Why they would do that? Because
I don't know. I just remember some people, namely AWO, was kind of pissed at that because it was like, stupid otaku. Because this was like 2006 or whatever when that came out.
I also picked up Photokano.
Excellent. Is that the Blu-ray?
That's the DVD. They didn't have the Blu-ray.
Oh, okay. But excellent anyway.
Okay, that's it for the DVDs, or well, the disc releases. I went ham on Gundam models.
Sweet.
All right, let's see let's see. Oh, I see 4.
So, the Stark Jagan,
Sweet.
the Comfer,
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait, is that the master grade?
high grade.
High grade. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay.
Beta Plus,
Zeta
Yep.
Plus.
and the Power GM cardigan.
Ah, nice.
I got like the only good design in Build Fighters Try.
Like, if I'd have seen the Comfort, I probably would have picked it up too, just because it's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, how much the most it would cost at a con? Like 12? 10, 12?
Okay, I went ham on art books.
Ooh, this is the one year I didn't do that.
Yeah, I love getting art books.
Oh, I do too, but
Yeah. I haven't bought, like, again, other
holy
than...
crap!
Wait,
I told you I went ham on art books.
how many? Is this?
5.
5, well.
Alright.
Okay, let's see them.
Girls Graph. This one's interesting because it has a whole bunch of different artists in it, but it also has details on the artists, like age, male or female, where they live,
Blood type,
not blood type, but like some of them has their email address, what
measurements.
in, some comments from the artist, what inspires them, that kind of stuff.
Right.
So
Okay, is there any reason that one jumped out at you?
that's the entire reason. It's because it's all kinds of different artists. And you get to see what inspires them.
Okay,
Their own comments.
kind of just like a look inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got this one. This one is Haruaki Fuyuno.
Ah,
This is
okay.
the artist that does all the artwork for the for stuff like Little Armory.
Mm-hmm.
All kind of Moe military kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, the little armory.
Yep.
With the Figma that just came out.
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
I got
Sorry about that.
this one is Kantoku.
Oh, okay.
I got that. Picked up Akio Watanabe.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. See, most of the art books I collect are like things for like the shows that I like.
Yeah, I'm more into collecting art books from particular artists.
Yeah, me too.
I would too. It's just sometimes. Well, do I have any from that? I gotta look through what I have from that. But
And this last one is Iji Komatsu.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes those like kind of go out before I know, or they come out and it's like I find out about it only after. I think that's what happens. It's like
Right.
And this last thing I'm gonna have to get up and get. So give me 1 second.
oh, I know what this is.
Ready the censor bar.
I know what this is.
I'm kidding. I'm not sure actually, but let's see. Oh,
No, you're gonna love this one.
okay. Let's. Alrighty.
Yeah, I'm at the Media Blasters booth, and I'm like, why are they selling LPs?
Oh wait. I think I know what it is.
And my next thought was like, oh wait, this might be a laser disc. No, it wasn't a laser disc.
Well, let's see. Let's see if it is what I think it is.
Mobile Suit Gundam: The Origin.
Yes, it is. I actually did see something like that. I just couldn't afford it.
I have to ask, how much were you able to get it for there?
100.
100? Okay.
Yeah.
Get all 4.
I plan on it.
Yeah, the packaging on those things is absolutely killer.
I didn't even know they were packed like that.
Yeah, I actually did see some of those while I was at Expo. I just,
I bought an LP at first. I'm like, why are they selling records here?
it's just like outdated format records. That was a Simpsons joke, I believe.
But yeah, it has the
I think
disc,
it was Family Guy, actually, but yeah.
Okay, it was one of those shows.
Yeah.
got the comic draft guide.
Yeah, you get a lot of good extras.
Yeah, that's one thing I'll say about them when they do this sort of stuff is they pack it with all kinds of cool stuff.
It like almost justifies to that level.
The high price.
Yeah.
And then you also get both the English and the Japanese tracks. So
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
Speaking of which, and I know you're going to. Oh, there is one thing I did see while I was there. I think it was the Daisuke booth.
Yeah.
They actually were showing the origin previews for episode 3 and 4.
Ah.
My girlfriend was like just in awe because it was like on these like big plasma screens, you know.
Mm.
It was just really tasty to look at. They also showed, I think they showed the Char's counterattack thing.
Oh yeah, because Nozomi's gonna release the Blu-ray of that.
And of course as we all know that's awesome. But
yeah. Wasn't there something? There was something. Oh. Off topic to that, but it just came to my mind now.
okay.
But Strike, which is the movie, finally got a pre-order up for that.
didn't I fucking tell you it was gonna happen?
Yep.
Back to 2009 and just do everything I said, because I'm always right. I don't know why you bet against me on that one. I don't know.
Because I thought like the fact that Strike Witches wasn't really a big thing for Funimation, and they quickly put it out on those cheap, Blu-ray DVDs.
They didn't quickly put it out on those cheap. That wasn't quick. It was out for a while before then.
I know, but
anyway, speaking of that, when the Blu-ray for that comes out, I'll be all over that.
Absolutely. And lesson learned.
Yeah, I can't pre-order that right now.
I'm not going to pre-order it though.
I'll get it down the line.
Yeah, me too. But I will get it for sure.
Something I've been waiting for. So.
Me too. Are the OVAs?
No, I didn't see the OVAs there.
Okay, I thought they might pack them with it, but never mind.
No.
Oh well, I'm sure we'll get them eventually.
No, it's not even like a super expensive. It's like $26.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Then I'll just pick it up whenever it's convenient.
Yeah.
And of course, Brave Witches is coming too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And that's going to be I don't know. I have a feeling it's going to be good, but it's going to be one of those things where it's more the personality of the characters draws us in a bit more, because the designs themselves, I don't want to say they're generic, but they're not particularly standoutish.
I feel like I'm gonna need more time with the designs before.
Yeah, me too. There's a couple of them that tickle my fancy a little more, but.
See, that's what I kind of thought when with Love Live Sunshine, but there's some that.
Maybe they grow on you like a fungus or something.
Well, there's some designs that stand out to me, while others are kind of very much like just rehash of the original.
I'm not gonna say that. I don't think they're rehashes.
Oh no, I'm actually talking about I was talking about Love Live Sunshine. But yeah,
I know that, but I don't think that, since you mentioned that, I don't think the Brave Witches cast is like that. I just think their features aren't quite as pronounced.
Yeah.
I know one of them, at least one of them, is like Shirley in the sense that they have a ginormous set of gazangas.
Yeah, that was the one that was in the OVA. That they briefly showed at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
I think she's supposed to be like the Finnish one or the Swedish one.
Yeah, and it's the 502nd, I believe.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or am I wrong on that?
I don't remember. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, because the original was the 501 for.
Yeah, the 500 first. Yeah. Okay. So I mean, again, it was still worth going and everything, but come on, next year, you gotta deal with the attendance issue.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's just out of control. I mean, I'm gonna try to make it back, especially since you're gonna be there. Wouldn't it be cool if we could do some kind of live thing?
I'm saying. I'll be bringing my equipment with me.
Oh, okay. Well, how since you're the panel guy, how much in advance do you got to set that up?
I don't really need a whole lot of time to set it up.
No. I mean, like send in for the panel.
The panel's good question. I'll have to keep an eye on the AX website.
Because it's one of those things I can't commit to until at least I know I'm going.
Yeah.
And obviously, because I don't want to leave you hanging.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, so that'd be kind of something cool. I mean, I know VZ can't be there, but
No, sorry.
but we could just still run it ourselves, really.
The two-man NTR Radio guide.
Yeah, the 2/3 of NTR. Third
just
base.
put like a cutout of me there, like.
Yeah, just like one of those things where you got like a little string and it makes the mouth move. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
It would look really stupid, but it would. Anyway, it was still pretty fun. I thought it was going to be more grandiose than it ended up being. Again, I just had some bad luck too. I mean,
before we end the segment, though, I got two.
Actually, one thing to add for you. So 3 things.
One more thing to add.
Sure.
So, which one should I? I'll just do.
Yeah.
Live listeners might have noticed a mask rotating slowly behind me. There's a reason for that. Johnny Young Bosch was at Connecticon, and I don't know if you can see adequately inside. There we go. Had him sign the inside of the Zero mask.
Oh, okay, cool. That's pretty nifty.
Yeah, he also threw in one of these things too.
Okay, that's.
I got a picture with him.
Oh. Huh?
And I got a picture with him, so that'll be going up.
Oh, excellent. Very cool.
Cool.
That was impressive. Like and like when I was in the Zero mask, like half of my friends said, "Hey, have you seen Johnny and Bosch?" I'm seeing him tomorrow. I know. I'm getting the sign.
Yeah. So, well, that's cool. We both got a signature.
Yep.
Uh,
I have to say, okay, I know Anubis. I've been gushing over this one picture of a cosplay that one of your friends took, but you know the person who was dressed like Hanayo from Love Live.
Yep, she was actually in my hotel room.
That sounds bad.
Yeah.
the way you said that sounded kind of yeah.
But yeah, Connecticon, it was okay. It was a good con. I enjoyed myself. However, they have some things that they need to address.
For both of you guys, what was like various cosplays that you saw?
Oh, okay. That actually is a good question.
No Idolmaster, I imagine.
Not as much. I mean, I saw a bunch of. I mean, I saw a couple of the things you always see, like Tifa's.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm trying to think if I saw anything specifically that really jumped out. There was a Char there, which of course is always awesome.
Yeah, that's gonna stick out. Listen.
Yeah. Let's see here. Any specific? I saw obviously Sailor Moon kind of stuff, and some of them were in some very, very, like I said, short skirts. like I do not know how they didn't get like a talking to over that.
I'm sure Kill la Kill was there.
I think I don't know if I saw that or not. I mean, the thing is I don't remember seeing anything that just made me completely jump up and go, wow, that's odd. Because most of the things I'm remembering were just pretty generic ones, or typical stuff rather, not generic. I'm trying to think if there was any real, just kind of, whoa, that's, there was One Punch Man and some of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, pretty common stuff. I saw a Spike Spiegel, a really good one.
Ooh.
From Cowboy Bebop. I mean, which was kind of odd. I hadn't actually seen one of those in a really long time. Let's see. Is there any others that were of note here? You want to fill in here, Anubis?
Well, I mean, VZ mentioned my friend in the Hanaya cosplay, and there was actually an entire Love Live group there.
Mm-hmm.
See them, but I know they were there.
Mm-hmm.
There was okay, so I'm going around taking pictures, and I'm going down the escalator, and my eyes lock onto this dude in a Xeon uniform, and
Okay.
I'm like waiting there. It's like, don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move, because I'm trying to get a picture of this dude. So I get a picture of him. I decide, I'm gonna walk outside. Here comes a Federation soldier walking from the hotel to the convention center. I'm like, okay, I gotta get a picture of you now. So it's always really cool seeing like grunts from Gundam universes.
Mm-hmm.
I see it every now and again, but it's always cool seeing them.
When it was the Xeon uniform, was it the black one?
It was the green one.
Oh, okay, the green one. Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah, he was an officer too. He had the
the like Colonel Killing outfit.
Yeah, not necessarily not that high rank, more like
No, but that color.
grade. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, there was an anchovy there. There was a Miho Nishizumi there.
Right. Oh, I did see a Mayoi, but I wasn't able to get a picture.
Neither of us can ever get pictures of Mayo.
I saw one.
She's a ghost.
Well, she was. Well, here's the main reason is because I'm going up the escalator, they're going down. With thousands of people,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like one time I saw the. Forgot if it was last year or the year before. Like someone in a very like 80s like leotard type of thing. I'm like, oh, I gotta take, but I want to take a picture, but I have to keep moving.
Yeah.
Couldn't like just.
There was of course a Yoko from Gurren Lagann and.
A couple of those.
Yep. I usually do see one or two of those.
Any Redline cosplay?
Nope.
Or Fears of Evil?
Nope.
No, the closest you get is the One Punch Man. I did see some of those.
Well, One Punch Man is now on Toonami, so.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but still. Let's see here. Was there any other really kind of outlandish ones? Yeah, sometimes you'll see one dressed up like a mobile suit or something like that. I did see one of the waifu trash ones.
Yeah, there was someone like that at.
Oh, here's one. There was a Sniffit from Super Mario Brothers.
What is a Sniffit? Because.
They kind of have like the ghost mask looking thing.
Oh, okay.
With the hood and all that.
Yeah.
But he was holding a sign that said "Hail Bowser." Like he was mocking like the religious protesters. It was pretty amusing. We actually did stop at the food trucks one time, only once, because I was thirsty and their sodas were not cold, and they were expensive.
Naturally.
So it's like, well, you could at least keep them cold. That was ridiculous. And they also didn't have a bottle cap opener.
Oh.
So it's like, gee, thanks.
Sodas.
As you can see, there were problems. Anyway, again, still pretty cool. I mean, I was expecting, I guess, greater things than what happened, and like I said, there was just some circumstantial crap that there wasn't really anything I could do about it.
Yeah.
And it did kind of suck out some of the fun. But I'm going to get this little pamphlet thing that I was working on when I was sitting on the bus all pissed off on that first day. It's got my ranting in it. I'll do that during the break.
All right. We are up against the break keeper right here on NTR Radio.
And I am going to make use of the bathroom.
Do that. Let's see. Actually, I do not have that soundtrack. Let's go back to this one.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that thing when I cut off and I was like trying to cut it. It was like,
If that kind of thing happens, you're better off just sending me a DM, because I'll see that.
yeah, okay. You know what? I'll be right back too, and then I'll be real fast.
Roger that.
Alright, let me get this. Do we got any mail?
Yes, we do.
Cool. This is going to be good, because it's a page and a half of grievances.
Do we have mail?
Yes, we do.
I just said that.
He didn't have his headphones on, so he didn't hear.
Oh, my bad.
Do we have mail?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
All right, let us crack into this third segment.
I also got a funny goodbye message. You know how we do that.
I'd copy it because it's good because I don't have one at all.
Oh, I got one.
All right, put this over here. Ready on third segment.
Yes.
Yes.
In 3, 2. Welcome back to NTR Radio. We are about to crack into Kagaw's list of grievances, but first, Drawing Girl has a question for us.
Alrighty.
Why is every man in the world gay for Shara Aznable?
That's a good question. And it's true too.
I really don't think it's a question. Come on.
It's Shar Aznable. Like, I don't know. My question, there's got to be some kind of psychology at work here. It's them freaking blue eyes, man.
Maybe he's like low key level Patma Shiraku. Like he has
Well, yeah, to where like that's great. It's part of his new type charm. Like, you know, except women, it's guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think so. It's like
Instead of women in the Universal Century, it's dudes in the real world.
yeah, he just has powers. I wish I could explain it better than this.
Listen, I don't want to meet the person who watches the third Gundam The Origin episode and doesn't see at least 15 beginning scenarios for Shar Aznable Garmazabi yaoi porn.
Well, that's happening.
Of course.
If it's not, someone's drawing it right now.
For that since Gundam The Origin episode 1.
There you go. I'm surprised there isn't things of him plowing fucking Cecilia,
Real talk.
even though she is a bitch. Anyway, okay. I think that's about as good as an answer as you're going to get out of us on that one.
Listen, Shar, I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm interested too.
Why is everyone going crazy about Hestia? I don't know.
It's just like the Applejacks thing. We just do.
Dude.
Yeah. Okay. Do we have any others?
Negative.
Okay. I entitled this "My Shit List," and it's written very poorly because I was on a bus at the time and I was mad.
Yep.
Yeah. The only consolation is I was getting a shoulder massage.
There we go.
Oh, was I not supposed to say that?
No, it's like you're at like 200 because you're pissed on a bus, and then you're also on a bus, which is like the worst mode of transportation. So like,
and I'm sitting in the back because there's no fucking way I'm sitting up front.
of course, being on a bus counts for 2 levels of pissed. So you're already at 200. The shoulder massage, you're about at 185 now.
Okay, so it's written again. I have good penmanship apparently, so this is not. So that shows how mad I was. Okay, I have different subsections. I do. The hotel, and that's the thing, and then there's the subsections, which of course I said, well, there's no air conditioner. That's yeah. Oh, and get this, to pour salt in the wound and add insult to injury. On day 3, they left us a thing saying we weren't going to have it the rest of the trip, basically.
Oh.
The rest of our stay, we weren't going to have it.
Thank you for letting me know that the status quo has been upheld.
Yeah. It's just like on July 3rd, we left you a little surprise. That basically says, nah, you're not gonna get it. It's still being worked on. It's like you couldn't have told us that before we went there. Yeah, because they knew it was scheduled maintenance. Bullshit. Anyway, no Wi-Fi, which kind of sucked. Nobody was able to really, watch things or do play with the internet very well. So that kind of blew. Small bathroom, which I have almost a subsection of the subsection here. You already know about the soap and the lip gloss. But here's what you don't know is we did not get towels every day.
Oh.
We had to call every time to get towels.
Towel boy.
Yeah, and they gave us a little bit of an attitude about it too.
Oh, you want a towel?
No. They didn't do that. Thank goodness they didn't. But it's still bullshit. You know, they normally come normally come every day.
Yeah.
It's not like I wanted to give you this towel or nothing.
Yeah.
But okay.
Okay. Parts of this hotel were under construction. Including at one point there was 2 main elevators because one of them was down, and then one of them went down.
Naturally.
And we had to use the service entrance at one point. Well, we didn't have to. It was that, or we had to wait for the one elevator that was going up and down 15 floors where people were getting on and off. So we ended up going to the service entrance and climbing up the stairs.
Ooh.
We were on the 8th floor, so that was fun. It's like this place is a nightmare. They didn't have a fridge in our room either. I was really kind of upset about that. Mainly because we had one the last place we were at. Again, this totally sounds like first world problems. You don't have a fridge in here. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, here we go. The next thing of grievances here. I already kind of talked about some of these. The excess amount of people in small enclosed areas. Like, it just, the bottlenecks were ridiculous.
Yeah.
Absolutely, just completely not managed very well. Okay, the long lines for the bathrooms. I think you get that. And I already mentioned the sodas. You know, were warm at the food truck area, which in that kind of heat just doesn't work.
At that heat, it tastes disgusting.
Yes, it really does. It tastes like you're chugging warm cough syrup.
Exactly.
Stinky fucking people.
Ugh.
And I actually did write it just like that. Stinky fucking people. Because there were parts where you'd swear there was a dead body. Just absolute stench was worse than usual. And again, that's probably because of the excess people.
Naturally.
But holy crap. And you know, you'd think it'd be the worst in the elevators and stuff, but nope. Actually was waiting in line. Okay. There was no organization. Like when people were buying things, there was no line. It was just a crowd.
Right.
Which I hate that. Because then you get people fighting who is in front of the other. And then people that are sitting there that aren't getting taken get pissed off.
Right.
I really don't understand that. Form some kind of line, please. Otherwise, it's just this giant cluster of people, and it just seems like there's no rhyme or reason to it. All right. And again, the ventilation systems in the building were actually pretty bad. Again, it might have been just that many people. But you'd think that they would know, since there's going to be, they know roughly around how many people there are, that they would have some kind of like plan. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I mean, it's just utterly pretty nonsensical. Okay. Beyond that, we also had some SJW bullshit. Obviously, you know about the safe spaces and stuff.
Yeah.
I saw somebody wearing a T-shirt though that cracked me up too. That said, you know, if you can't afford to be neutral, it says if you're neutral, you side with the oppressor.
Oh God.
I saw somebody wearing that T-shirt.
I'm so done with that philosophy.
It's a stupid philosophy. I mean, I understand what they're trying to say, but I still think it's stupid.
It's that if you aren't
with me, you're against me, basically.
You aren't up on board with my pet issue, you're a problem.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. The overall heat, I think it's L.A. I mean,
Naturally.
and actually, I did write that. I just wrote Los Angeles.
That's a grievance in and of itself. It's Los Angeles.
Not gonna lie, and I'm sorry anybody that lives there that's listening to this. No, I'm not. But your town's a shithole. It really is. There is graffiti everywhere. Like, I thought St. Louis was bad. Or some of these other places like that. No. Like, you know how when you're driving down the road and you've got like the big signs that tell you where the exits are and stuff like that overhead?
Mm-hmm.
All those were tagged too. like to the point where you gotta wonder how the fuck they even got on some of these.
Oh,
things.
I've always like seen things that's like
Some places in California put barbed wire around the road signs.
Yeah, like, and there's big buildings too that have them on the side. It's like, was a window washer tagging this fucking thing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta wonder how they even did some of these. Like, did somebody just like work for the fire department, and just have the ladder?
Use a drone.
Yeah, no shit.
Bangers are high tech now.
Yeah, no kidding. I already mentioned kind of how the map layout was kind of bad, mainly because of the artist alley. It wasn't really well explained in the legend,
Yeah.
There were some hall monitor people that were stupid too, but you can tell that they just work there and they're not really.
They don't really know anything.
Yeah, because like the way they're like the thing is when there was the line where people were doing the orbit, as you said. There was some before they told us to disperse. There was some level of order because people lined up, but then they said it was a fire hazard, and then it just was a giant fucking bottleneck. It is like, and ironically, actually more of a fire hazard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, hey,
I'm sending to Anubis in real time. This towel, I think you're gonna want.
Don't forget the towel.
Okay.
Yeah. So these were pretty much the level of my grievances here. I mean, Los Angeles itself is not really all that fun to be in. It's hot. Nobody knows how to drive. Nobody. Pedestrians is pretty much a hey. Here's something really funny actually. Now that I think about it, because you know how they have all the security guards and cops and stuff around there, especially given the Orlando thing just happened not that long ago.
Yeah.
Well, you could overhear them saying, "I hate these fucking things every year." And it's like you got all these weirdos fucking in cartoon costumes, and I thought that was funny. You overhear these two cops like chugging coffee and eating a sandwich, just talking about like how they fucking hate patrolling these things. And I was laughing because, like, again, every time there was a street when you had to cross the street, like, it was the swarms of people. It looked just insane, and I'm sure it's pretty much a normal occurrence given the population of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
But it's even worse here because of the event, and cars and shit are just like, I'm surprised nobody got hit. I really am. Because the cars just like slam on their brakes, screaming, honking, even though they don't have the right of way or anything. Not really much in the way of the religious protesters this time.
Oh, that's good.
So the guy with the Hail Bowser sign was probably a little disappointed because apparently he's there every year, or has been at least, or something. I don't know. He was there last year, from what I hear. Anyway, had some fun things, fun times. A lot of again, good times. There was there was just a lot of weird things again that were completely out of my hands.
Right.
Had some decent food in local cuisine and things like that occasionally. I didn't stay too mad at my buddies. Again, it was just that whole scenario. Everything else was decent. Food was decent. I did, if nothing else, I got to give them credit on the badge pickup because it was so much better, so much better. And we weren't even there early. We were late, and that's how fast that line was moving. So you're gonna luck out if you do go in that capacity. One thing I will say, and again, I wanted to do this. I actually had it on tap to plan this out a little better, but you really do need to. I'll give you some advice for this. The vendor hall. Know kind of where you're hitting first.
Oh yeah, me and the Geeky Panda and all the people we're already discussing radios.
That's a good idea. I want in on that.
I always when I go to the
because you will not be able to call each other. On your cell phones, you won't be able to hear.
When I always write down like beforehand what the number of the dealer booths are, and then because that way I know exactly what numbers to look at.
Yeah, unfortunately, certainly on day one, you do not have the luxury of gazing because you're constantly moving.
Well, that's why I write it beforehand, because I don't have time to gaze, so I have to on the website look at what dealer and what booth is there.
Right, and I understand that, but I'm a type that likes to browse. That's just my personality.
Big cons, day one is not for browsing.
No, you can't do it. I found that out the hard way.
The buy on site list.
Yeah, I find that out the hard way. So next time, it definitely needs to be better coordinated. And some of that's my own fault for sure, as people listening are probably thinking. Which is fine and fair, you know. Hey, I'm not going to pretend I don't make mistakes on here.
Who doesn't make mistakes, apparently.
I pronounce shit wrong all the time and everything else, and I got called out on that, by the way. The girlfriend nailed me on that.
What'd you pronounce wrong?
She just says a lot of Japanese names and stuff I fuck up. Because I don't put the emphasis in the right spot and things like that, which that's
the wrong syllable.
Yeah, I put the emphasis on the wrong syllable. That's actually true, and I'll say A, I'm sorry, and B, I'll try to learn from it, and C, what can I say? I don't know Japanese. The most I know from it is just a general idea how things work.
Yeah.
And even that's probably wrong. So, but I'm willing to learn and willing to admit I fucked up.
Yeah. So. Drawing Girl says, "Okay, guys, don't forget the funny ICP fan."
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
What's to me about that? I'm curious now.
Okay, me and her me and the girlfriend are sitting like on a bench waiting for her to be picked up, you know, because she's not in a hotel that's taking shuttles. Okay, so we're sitting there and there's a fucking guy behind us, this fat dude, just screaming, "Homies, homies, homies," and like stomping on the ground and talking about how he got kicked out of the convention center. And it didn't stop there. He was continually yelling stupid shit the entire time we were there.
Was he wearing the stupid clown makeup?
I don't really remember. I couldn't quite see him from behind the little thing we were at. I could just hear him. And he was there the whole time. Even after she left and I was heading back to the bus, I could hear him in the distance yelling and stomping around. Clearly a together gentleman.
Naturally. He's an upstanding member of society.
Yeah, I mean, of all the places to find a juggalo, which he very much was, L.A., I guess, isn't too surprising. On AnimeCon, that caught me a little off guard. You know. And apparently, like I said, he got kicked out of the convention center. It's like, well, like when the cops were telling you to move, were you yelling homies at him? And stomping and acting like a complete idiot? Anyway, that's about it. I'm glad that was brought up because I would have totally spaced that. Holy shit. I think I mentally blocked that. I was having like a repression moment or something.
I probably would have mentally blocked it too, to be perfectly honest.
You know, it's like in the DBZ abridged thing when Vegeta fights against Dodoria and he's like repressing or something they say. Anyway, it's all good. I think that's about it.
That's the show. The email address is ntrradio@gmail.com. The website is sheslostcontrol.net/podcast or sheslostcontrol.net/NTR Radio for the NTR Radio feed itself directly. Find VZ stuff at vzmk2moemekigatai.wordpress.com. Check out Iyashike. You can find a gallery of photos taken by me and my content creator Mello at Connecticon at iyashike.moe. Check out Nyan the magazine, NYAAN, sheslostcontrol.net/Nyan, NYAAN, not your average anime nerds. Check out the Bakugaijin show. Apparently they did a really good episode not too long ago. I'm going to check it out when I get the chance. I believe Otaku Midnight is on a hiatus, but when they come back, they're going to come back with fire, so check them out as well.
Okay.
I'm Forcer Anubis.
I'm Kayat.
I'm VZ Mark II. Remember, idle lives matter.
And every time, and even though, God damn it, and even though the shuttle bus continually misses our stop, this is NTR Radio.